Hello,
Okay.
guy. Hello. Yeah, welcome to AMA Ask Me Anything on the topic of YGGC is now WeGG.
Hey guys, good to see you all.
Hey guys, how are
I'm,
you?
yes, I'm Sophia, social media and platform manager, is going to be your host for tonight. And here we have Irene, co-founder and CEO of VGG, and also Yu, co-founder and CFO of VGG. Hi, guys.
Hey guys, good to see you all.
How's everyone
Yes.
doing?
Yes. You can see there are like people going crazy on Discord chat, on the event chat. Yeah, you can take a look and pick uh 5 questions that like good questions to answer on this live session.
5 questions.
Yes,
Okay.
we started to pick some of you already.
Yeah, I started to pick some already, but good questions, everyone. Keep them coming. I've already started gathering the questions, which I think are quite informative. So I have two more to choose. Hold on. Irene, you have to choose as
You
well.
you can choose later as well. Okay, let's
Okay, all
start
right, we can
with
choose
our
later then.
questions
That's fine.
first. Yes.
I want to see more heart though. Like, there's not enough heart going.
Yes.
Show
We
the
need more
show the love.
emoji. Yeah, emoji, guys. There's no heart here.
There's no heart here. Oh,
It's
emoji.
not
I mean
Twitter.
emoji.
Yeah, it's not Twitter
I was still in
space.
Twitter space.
We are on Discord, we are on Facebook, and we are on YouTube right now.
Wow, that's fantastic. It's always nice, right, to be interacting with the communities.
Yes, yes. Okay, shall we start?
Let's go.
Ready to
Okay.
start.
First question is the question that everybody would love to know very much. What were the main reasons behind the decision to rebrand from YGGC to VGG?
Who wants to take this one, Irene? You want to take this one?
I think Chin, it'll be good to take this one. The last time I think I took this one, right?
Okay, all right, cool. So the main reasons behind why we actually changed from YGGC to WeGG is actually twofold. One of them was because a lot of partners, a lot of the community were quite confused as to whether we were YGG, and because there's three different entities or three different guilds which are named YGG. So we have YGG, we have YGG Filipinas, and then YGGC. Now, a lot of people were confused with whether we were one and the same. So obviously, we're quite different in that we focus purely on Southeast Asia, excluding the Philippines. So this was one of the reasons why we made that change. And then considering the fact that YGG also pushed for us to have a separate, distinct identity as well. So this was something which they actively encouraged, and we believe that changing the name would help us go on a different path and also head in a different direction. So those are the main reasons why we made that change.
I see. Do you want to add anything, Irene?
Yeah, sure. I think Chin have summed it up pretty comprehensively, right? And a lot of people are like, YGG, YGGC, what's the difference? And so with WeGG, it brings everyone home together, I think, because it's not only about I, or me. I know we all love iPhones, but it's not about only I, right? Without
Yes.
us, without the togetherness, then it's not there. And that's why we want to be smack in the middle, which is we. Together, we can do something together. And this is something that's very close to my heart, especially with the Southeast Asian community. That's very communal, right? All of us, we like to do things together. Especially, if we go out for coffee, we don't want to go out for coffee alone. That seems as weird. And so WeGG, it encapsulates the Southeast Asia heart, the Southeast Asia community. It's about how everybody can get together, and by being together, we can learn from each other and grow to become better people, especially in Web3.
Yes, of course, absolutely. That's great. Yeah, I hope that answered the question
What
that
about you?
you
What about
guys.
you, Sophia? What about you, Sophia? What do you feel?
Yeah, I feel great because I believe that yeah, we together we can do anything, and I love the name so much. Yeah, so just like Shin said that everybody always like misunderstand or that we are the UQ game. Yeah, they just like okay, say we YGG, but YGG or YGGC. Yes. So to change in that, and I love VGG, video game. We together we can do anything. We can build, we
Hmm.
can play, we can earn. Yeah, we are awesome.
And yeah, and it also pays homage to Web3, right? That's the space that we operate in, so I think it's a clever play on words as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. Okay, let's move to the next question.
Hang on,
How
hang on. I
does
think
the okay,
Sophia,
sure.
Sophia, it's not always the case that we have, a camera, right? And I'm sure that Sophia like a big, like a supporter of us having a hand sign. And so I remember that Sophia was chasing after me. What's our hand sign? So Soph, why don't you show everyone here what's the hand sign of YGG? So if everyone take a picture right now and of a selfie of themselves, they know what to show.
Oh, the hand sign. Okay. Yeah, next time when you see us, or if you are a family of VGG, you can do this. Yeah, or maybe this work as well. Yeah, like a fun one, fun way
Oh, that's a
to
good one. I like that.
yeah, yeah, like a fun way to do it. Yay!
That's it. Right. So if you do boomerang, I think this one will do because it's like regardless of how
Or
you bend, you will
or you
still
can
together.
do it. Oh wait, we can do it as like as a family. Okay, for example, JJ, give me this, give me this. No, together.
Oh, you cut.
Yeah, like yes, yeah. We. This is we, right?
That's
Oh,
true.
that's cool.
Quinn, help me out
Two.
here. Quinn, help me
Yeah.
out. Give me another one.
The
There
the
you
Okay.
go.
Okay. All right. Yes, we together. Yep. Awesome. Okay.
That one
Um.
too, right?
Yeah, that's three.
Okay. All right. Enough of this. I know we are pretty
Okay.
silly over here. Sorry about that.
Okay. Next, how does the new brand YGG align with the company's long-term vision and goals?
Bang, Irene, this is your question.
You shouldn't have Tai Chi the first question to you. So I think we touch upon that, right? What I guess a lot of people will be asking, what's the vision of WeGG? I think in a very simplistic format is that we are the friendly face for anyone who would like to get into Web3. And a lot of us in the community, we are all in Web3. Most of us are already in Web3. If you are not in Web3 yet, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it because the majority of the people are not yet in Web3. And what we want to do is for us who have it doesn't make us better, less or more, but we're just here to share a new piece of avenues, a new piece of world, which is currently called as Web3 or the metaverse. And we want to make it as seamless as possible because we all remember the first time we created our first wallet. We always remember the first time or the struggle that someone was telling us, hey, do you know something called as Web3? And we are like, there's a Web2 that exists. How come I never know about this, right? So we went through all of those, and WeGG, we want to make sure that it's easy for anyone and it's simple for anyone to be onboarded into Web3. Why is that important for people to come into Web3? Because one is a new piece of technology, it's a new piece of world that will be our future, and since it's so new, this is where a land of opportunities is available for anyone. There are things that might not, there are opportunities that you want to do in the past that might not be available for you before because of the certain rules in the society that dictates our life. For example, you might today be, I'm just a student, but I'm really good in graphics. And yet I need to have my certificate before I can go and apply as a job as a designer. Well, you know what, guys? In Web3, you don't have to. Because as long as you have the skills and as long as you have the willingness to work hard for it and to look for all those opportunities, and when those opportunities come by, don't just say bye to it, but go and grab it, right? Because there are so many of those opportunities that's out there, and I've seen so many people's life has changed when they come into the Web3 space. Because you know why? All these Web3 companies, they need to hire people. And the basic requirements of Web3 companies or projects to hire new people is the basic understanding of blockchain. And that's why for us, we want to be in the forefront to make it as easy as possible. And we are a gaming guild. Why gaming guild? Because all of us here love playing games, right? And we believe that playing games is the birthright of every single individuals. I know if your parents are standing next to you, she or he would smack me, but I kid you not. Everybody loves playing games, and that's the aspirations of our logo. YGG, if you look at it, does it not remind you of Tetris game? And you turn around and you ask your parents, Mom, Dad, do you play Tetris? I bet you most of them they do play, right? So it reminds us of the birthright of us of playing games. And so through gamifications, we want to make it easier for anyone to transition into Web3. Why do we have to study so hard? Why do we have to make things so hard? We can make things easier and fun in the same place. So that's the visions. Chin, I'm sure that you have a lot to add on to that, so I'll pass it back to
you. Thanks, Irene. I mean, I can talk a little bit more about the brand, right, and how that aligns. So, I mean, I'm wearing the t-shirt right now, but you can see YGG, right? So you can see that each individual letter is consistent, and what it's made up of is actually a single block. And what we think is that, you know, great ambition and big ideas come from a single block. So not only do the letters represent blocks added together, but you know, it's also a metaphor for the blockchain. And because we believe so highly in the future and potential of the blockchain, this is the reason why we designed the brand this way. Now, I've seen you know, a lot of good questions on Discord asking about, you know, whether this rebranding process was difficult, what the process was. Well, yes, it was very difficult, because not only was YGG a very household name around the world, but because of our close affiliation with YGG, everyone immediately knew what we were, right? So we had to think about a name that was as catchy as before, but also consider the types of core values that we wanted to incorporate, right? And who was involved in the decision making of, you know, the name and also the color scheme. These were all decided actually by the team leads, the core leaders, as well as input from some investors and also YGG themselves. Now, this process was very difficult. We had you know, various different names that we had to you know, come up with, and then we had to do like a voting system with the core leaders to cut down the selection to a top 5, and then from top 5 we had to do a voting which then further down and filtered down to the top 1. And then additionally we had the color scheme, which we also had to consider. And because Irene is very focused on feng shui, so we had to pick 2 colors which had good meaning. I have to bring this up, Irene, they have to know why. So that's why the colors are kind of juxtaposed to each other. And with the YGG inside the shield, that's a standard across different guild partners, official guild partners across the YGG network. So hopefully now you guys understand the process of how we came up with that name and the logo. But it was a, you know, arduous process which took not only a week-long discussions, but we actually sat in a room together and for hours and hours to actually go through and finalize the logo. And we all really like it, and we think that it encapsulates our vision and our purpose to essentially build a community that is able to improve each other's lives and provide learning opportunities, earning opportunities, yield earning opportunities, and basically help improve everyone's livelihood. So by changing our name to YGG. Hopefully, we become closer to the community, and yeah, hopefully you guys like it as well.
Great. Thank you so much, Shin and Irene. Wow, that's like excellent. I hope that answer most of your question on Discord. Yes, that's the reason why we rebranded. Okay. Yeah, let's move to the next question. What specific changes can we expect to see in terms of brand identity, visual design, and messaging with the rebranding?
I think I might have touched upon those that question, Sophia. So maybe we can move on to the next one.
Yeah, okay. That's right. Yeah, just now it's just like all about rebranding. Yeah, for like 10 minutes just now. Yeah, I love that
Yes.
you guys have like passion to explain, to talk about the brand and stuff. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, love it. Okay, let's move to the next question. How do you anticipate the rebranding will impact our relationship with existing clients, partners, and stakeholders?
Irene, do you want me to take this one?
Sure. I'm trying my best to be as cool as Sophie over there with the background, but clearly it's not working.
Okay.
And don't worry, I haven't cleaned up behind me either. So the
Yeah.
rebranding was actually everything was done, you know, over a significant period of time. So we had to actually speak with YGG to see whether they were happy with the name change, and also we informed all our big investors and all our investors beforehand about the name change, and also spoke with all the investee projects that we invested in to basically update them and let them know that we're rebranding. I don't foresee any sort of change in any relationship with any of the stakeholders and existing clients. We are very open and honest in terms of our communication with all our stakeholders. So we're very big proponents of open and honest communication, and that's what we ensured when we're speaking with all these people. We made sure that they're aware of why the name change occurred, and how we actually, even when we were working with a partner previously, when we had signed a deal with a partner called Afin, we made them aware that we were actually doing a rebrand. So we always make it a very important point to communicate openly and let them know what was going on. And that's why we're still working with them till this day. And we're actually holding 2 events this week, one in Jakarta, which is tomorrow, and another in KL on Friday. So if you're in town, please go check it out. Our staff will be there. Lovely Irene, our CEO, will also be there on site, so you can meet her. But yeah, the short answer is that we do communicate and ensure that everyone is updated on what we're doing. And no, we don't see that this will change any relationship. In fact, we actually see this improving our relationship with a lot of projects, and also would get our name out there, because they don't confuse us with YGG now. Like, we are a standalone, distinct brand identity. So and also, just to let you guys know, we're also going to be attending various different crypto conferences and events throughout the year across Asia. So our presence would also be felt, and we will be establishing new relationships and new partnerships with different projects across Web3 going forward this year.
Thank you so much, Shin. Do you want to add anything, Irene?
Yeah, I think one of our commitment, and this is also one of the core values that YGG embody, which is communicate, right? So every single, I believe that you would know this, so because you're pretty close with the community. Every single inputs, feedbacks that the community have on us, right? As much as possible, we read everything and we try as much as possible to address everything as timely as possible and communicate as much as we can to the community based on whatever informations that we have received from the third party. So in the same manner, when there are changes that happens on our side, relationships and communication, the key to good relationships is good communications, and we strive to continue to do that going forward with everyone within our stakeholders, not only our partners and investors and community, but with anyone really, because we sort of inhabit in ourselves that there's nothing that we have to hide, and so we don't mind sharing whatsoever it is that people ask in an honest manner. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, we really value relationship with all of the partners and clients and stakeholders. So don't worry about that. All right. Next is going to be what steps have been taken to ensure a smooth transition from the old brand to the new one, both internally and externally.
Sure. I think Chin is pretty shy over there. So
No, I'm just waiting for you to chime in.
you can take this one.
I mean, for we, as I alluded to earlier, about our communication with key stakeholders, we ensured that all communication with our stakeholders were communicated prior to the rebranding announcement on June 4th. And for the community, yes, it may have been a surprise, so to speak. So, but you know, this whole rebranding effort will not just take place over a period of 1 week. We're actually doing a whole 3-month rebranding campaign whereby we're going to be blasting on our socials, releasing the press releases, and also introducing more of the product features which we're building over the next few weeks, as well as partnerships that we're signing, and also letting you know who the new team members of the company are. Now, I've seen some questions on Discord asking whether the core team will remain the same. So the core leadership team would actually change. So previously, we had some core leaders who actually are no longer involved, but certain people have stayed in place, and certain people have departed. So it's a mixture. There's new people coming in, and also I saw a really good question also asking about the diversity of our core leadership team, whether it reflects Southeast Asia. And what I can say is a resounding yes. It really does reflect the diversity of different cultures in Southeast Asia. So we have Thai, we have people from Thailand, we have people from Indonesia, we have people from Vietnam, we have people from Malaysia, and myself, I'm based in Taiwan. So and we have Filipino teammates as well. So all the countries which we're currently operating in, we have representation from those countries. And also for all our female listeners out there, it's actually a very even split between males and females within the new YGG team as well. So we want to ensure that diversity is reflected within our core leaders and also within the actual core team as well. So hopefully that answers you guys' question. And yeah, we can, yeah, please feel free to ask more. You guys got good questions.
So much, Shin. Yeah, that's so great. And also, Shin just answered to well gun VGG for the question that submitted earlier on Discord. Yes. Do you wanna add anything, Irene?
I think Chin has covered all of it in terms of diversity. And what one thing that I would like to tell the community is I've seen a lot of great questions, right? And what I would urge everyone to do is make sure that you guys have signed up in YGG.io, which is W3GG.io if you haven't done so already. Because if you'd like to know more about the teams, who are the people, who are the faces behind this YGG platform, right? We would be publishing those shortly during this 3 months campaign. Is a part of the agenda because we'd like to tell the whole world like what's YGG, what do we do, who are our community members, who are the team behind it, so that we can get more intimate. And as Chin mentioned and Soph mentioned earlier, is that we also have offline events that we've been conducting with our game partners, right? And in next few months, I think there are a couple of offline events that we have scheduled as well. So I know there are a lot of hardcore fans of Sophia. Sophia will be in Malaysia. So if you guys want to take a picture, I'll be there to help you sign up to her fan page, yeah. So Sophia will be there offline with maybe the Minnie Mouse hat. And you know, those are the things that we do. I mean, even Sophia is based in Thailand. We would like her to go to Malaysia to to see that it's a diverse culture. And as Southeast Asians, as different as we are one, right? United under sea. And so that's how we want to bind everyone together. So if you're Malaysians and you're in Malaysia, if you want to see Sophia and get her signature or take a picture with her, do come to APU in KL. On when, Soph? How come you're like very shy over there suddenly? It's very bad to see her blush.
Yes, yes. I will go see you guys in KL at APU. Yes, on Friday. Yeah, if you're free, yeah, please come and yeah, let's meet up. Yeah, it's going to be at 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. Yeah, at APU. Yeah, pretty early.
Awesome.
All right. Okay, great. Yeah, so excited to meet KL team. Yes, KL family. Yeah, this is like going to be like my first time to leave Thailand after COVID.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm so excited to get on a plane again.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Let's move to the next question. Uh, has the rebranding influenced any changes in our product or services offering? If yes, what are they and how do they benefit our customers?
I think I'd like to, Chin, if you don't mind, take a step on this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, first thing first is I think it's not benefiting our customer that we are looking for, but it's more of benefiting the entire stakeholders within the ecosystem. So with that in mind, that's what the product is all about. In terms of roadmap of where we are going to, I know a lot of people will say that, GameFi is has changed, the narrative has changed. But the fact of the matter is, from the very beginning, we went through a more difficult route, right? Of getting we know each and every single community members that we have, for example. We know who you are, we've met you in person, and or else our community leaders have met you in person, so that our community is not filled up with bots, but it's legitimate community members. Now that and we also go through to the crypto versions, or people who'd never heard about crypto before could benefit most from the technology. And we started that from the very beginning because we believe in something called a cycle in the industry. There's a bull and there's a bear market. So at the bull market, we use what is available so that we could help onboard more community members. At the bear market, we build something that's sustainable that will enable us to last for a lifetime. And that's what we are building. From day one, we never stop building. And through the rebranding, what we do is we introduce refresh platforms based on the research that we've done in the past 1 year. Is this a final platforms or product that we are rolling out? Definitely no. Because just like what my parents always tell me is that, you know, your best performance yesterday. How do you say it, Chin? Isan 还有 Isan 高.
Wait, what?
Basically, every day you strive to continuously improving the way you work, and so every day we strive to learn something new. We strive to learn new things so that we could be better, and that's what we do implement in YGG. And hence, one of our core values, boundless excellence. We could be excellent today, but tomorrow we might not be excellent anymore, because with new technology, new innovations, and new experience that we have, we should be better than our yesterday. And so that's the product that we'll be rolling out now. At the current point, during the launching, right, if you go to YGG.io, it'll be very easy transition for anyone to just, at a click of a button, you can join and be a part of the community. And a lot of people will ask the question, what's next if I'm a part of the communities, right? You could check out within the platforms, the games that are there, the quests that are there, the news that are there. Not everything is completed yet. It's not a perfect product, and it will never be, because it will continue to improve with all the new tools that we will add. For the game partners, if some of you are working in any moderators of the projects and they're struggling in terms of how to maintain, manage, and engage community members, right, in one's platforms, that's what VGG is for. Because I think in the past 1 year, a lot of partners have been asking us, how do we engage the community? Well, the thing is, we want to enable engagement of the communities, but we don't want to drown the communities with too much information. So in the next few weeks, you'll see more and more features being loaded up, more and more content being loaded up in YGG.io, and you don't want to miss that. And that's why I always urge people to just go in first and register yourself. You don't want to miss the boat.
Thank you so much, Irene. Do you wanna add on, Shin?
No, I think she's covered everything.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, that's just like our question that we have planned on to answer to our community today. And now we are going to move to those who submitted earlier in advance on our platform. So these are going to be the 5 winner who's going to get $10 each. Yeah, if you haven't signed up on our platform, yeah, please do. We do have events, we do have quests. Yeah, so you might be one of the lucky one like this. Yeah, we do gonna be giving away a lot of stuff on our platform. So please go sign up at W3GG.io. Okay, the first question from the platform. What caused the rebranding of YGG to VGG, and how does this change affect the operational structure and impact of VGG? For
Are you
example, yeah.
are you reading from the questions that you asked us in the first one, or is this an exam to see whether or not we have the same answer?
Yeah, for example, goals in operation, involvement with partners, and engagement in the community.
Sure, I can take this. So for those who may have joined late to this AMA, the reason for the rebrand to YGGC to YGG is twofold. First of all, to minimize any potential confusion with YGG, the parent, the official YGG, and also YGG Pilipinas, and then YGGC. So, and second of all was to carve out a separate, distinct identity for our guild, which was actively pushed by YGG themselves. So, First of all, just to summarize, first of all, to minimize confusion with YGG and the other similarly named guild partners, and then second of all was to carve out a separate, distinct identity for ourselves, and I think bring us closer to the community as well. On the second part of that question, how does it change the operational structure of an impact of YGG? What I think it does is it actually makes us more focused on the community. So previously we were purely focused operationally on scholarships. Now we all know that during the bear market, the narrative around GameFi has changed significantly. So we still believe that scholarships and gaming is the way to bring more people into Web3. But it's not the only focus that we're going to be focusing on now. We're going to be focusing on a variety of different areas, all with the purpose of improving and scaling up our community to allow them to improve their lives through, education or learning, earning opportunities, and betterment of oneself. So that's how it's changed operationally, and also the focus of what we're trying to do. I think before we were very focused on making sure that, for example, our assets were deployed effectively, and that we were growing our scholarship numbers, etc. I think those were very operational KPIs. For us now, we are very focused on bringing the community into Web3 and making sure that they stick within this space, and they learn and become financially free. These are all very important core values to us. And in terms of involvement with partners, we don't foresee that changing with partners. We actually foresee greater partnerships, because now we're not only focused on a select few games that offer scholarships, but we're focusing on improving everyone's lives, right, for our Southeast Asian community. So what that means is that we open up more doors to partner with different variety of different partners. So, for example, educational platforms, DeFi platforms that encourage good, financial behavior. These are the types of partnerships that we can now explore, and not just be focused on, NFTs and deploying assets. And I think with the rebrand and the restructure, I see a lot of questions about the suitability of certain people in the team to their roles. And I can tell you that we have made sure that the people who are in this team right now have the skills, have the experience, have the hunger to do their job. And accountability and responsibility, and good decision making and corporate governance is very important for what we're doing at YGG. So hopefully that gives everyone a summary and understanding of, first of all, why we did that rebrand, how it affects our operations, and how the internal restructure of the team has occurred as well.
Wow, that's just a great answer. Yeah, it's like everything have been answered. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, guys. We already answered all the question with just like that answer just now.
I'm sorry. I should have followed process.
Okay. Do you wanna add anything to that, Irene?
No, I think Chin answered perfectly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. The second one from the platform. Does the purpose of VGG still primarily focus on Web3 gaming 100%? If not, will VGG have new initiative or directions? Irene?
So I think I touched upon this earlier. We will not focus 100% on Web3 gaming, but Web3 gaming is still important to us, and we're still, key proponents. We still have a bunch of investments in different Web3 games. So we're still going to be very much involved in Web3 gaming, but it's not just the main focus of our business anymore.
I think also just to add to that, right? It's from the beginning, the reason why we exist is community, essentially. And so that's at the very core and the very heart of YGG. And when we talk about games, it's a second thing that we all love games, right? So games is a tool that we use to make learning easier for anyone to be onboarded into into YGG, right? And so games is always a component that's gonna be there. as part of the tools that we're going to use, because I believe that a lot of community members start this journey with us for their love of playing games. And going forward, we're going to continue to help you to remind your parents, remind your older brother, sister, younger brother, sisters who say that they don't like games, right? To remember that they do like games and there are things that they could learn and benefit from by playing games, especially in Web3 gaming. But I think the for us, the missions now have expanded beyond just gaming. So that's what that I would like to that's the thing that I think I would like to highlight. And touching on the other things that Chin mentioned earlier, right? On the background of the leaders. So while we say that anyone could be anything that they want to be in Web3, we are very cautious on who we select within the core leadership team. There are proven historical track records that needs to be there first before we, because we're in charge of the community, we have to lead by example, right? And so those are definitely in place, but it doesn't reduce the opportunity for any of the community members to touch on the opportunities that will exist as we progress. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Irene. And the next question is quite related to that. How many new NFT games will be released from end? Yeah, submitted to the platform.
Submit on the platform. Oh, okay. So I can take this. So we invested in 64 different gaming projects, of which 34 of them are NFT projects. So 30 we have the NFTs for 34 different gaming projects. Now we've deployed about 14 games since we started. So, you can do the math. We have about 20 more NFT projects or NFT games that will be released over the coming year or so. So, obviously, with the bear market, a lot of our gaming partners have actually decided to push back the game launch. But we still have access to these assets. We still will be deploying these assets because we want to make sure that they're effectively utilized, as well as giving the opportunities for earning and to have fun to the community as well. So so just please stay tuned. We still will be supporting scholarships, and once these games come out officially, then we will start deploying them.
And I think not only the games that we have invested, but we have also come up with quite a number of partnership with the games that we have not invested but have launched. And so
Yeah.
you see activities that are there, not only enabling people to get into alpha access of these pre-launch games, but also games that will have online and offline events that you could be a part of. So those are a few things that will happen with the game partners that we have, even though we haven't invested in them.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, as Irene mentioned that there are going to be like both online events and also offline events in the future that you like can meet the developer team or the game studio team and also VGG team as well that you can like get along, get in touch with us and then try new games. For example, that we just hosted for Manila and Bangkok, which is Alvin Alina Meet and Play. Yeah, it was a success. And the next station is going to be in Jakarta and in KL, yeah, in Kuala Lumpur. If you guys are in the town, yeah, please do join us. And you're gonna be meeting the whole team. Yeah. And you can like ask us questions and play game with us and interact with us. There will be free food and drinks at the event. So welcome, everyone.
Yeah, not only with games, right? So we're also doing offline events with Web2 partners that we'll be announcing
Yes.
pretty shortly. But what I could say is we will be present in Jakarta Fair that will start tomorrow. Jakarta Fair is the largest event in the entire Jakarta that last year itself it attracted 6.7 million people, right? So we'll be there this year we our presence might be a bit late because because we are finalizing a few things because Jakarta Fair is going to start tomorrow. But we are going to be there to present not only for our communities but also for our partners to show that there is a case for Quest on a gaming guilds to be present in an offline in a conventional brand event that's purely Web 2, so that we'll see a convergence of Web 2 and Web 3 that we would like to showcase in the next 3 months. So more and more partnership will be coming soon, and more offline events will be there as well. So hopefully with that, we will be able to share more opportunities to win prizes, to learn new things, and to job opportunities for our community members.
Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah, there are like a lot of events lining up from now until next year. Yeah, just stay tuned. Yeah, to our social medias and Discord. That is where you're gonna see the newest news from us. Okay, let's move to the next question submitted by Iceland. But yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name here. Sorry. Okay. Many projects which on the basis of their white paper and roadmap alone seems to be successful, in fact, have failed because they run into difficulties when trying to accomplish their goals. How does VGG solve each difficulty encountered throughout project development? Ah, this is a
With
good one.
with heart. This might sound really cheesy, right? But I always believe that what doesn't kill you make you stronger. And because of the we always mention about core values. I think in the previous AMA we also did mention about core values. So I want to touch upon that. There are five core values that WGG embody. One is integrity, which means that you do the right thing even when no one is looking. Second thing is making a difference. And this is big in WGG because we see how it impacts our community members from day one, right? There are students who would drop out of school and they are able to go back to school. There are people who didn't have a job before and are able to live through COVID. So making a difference, right, is what gets us going. A lot of times, personally, I don't know about Chin, but when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, it's quite a long day. But then when I remember the impact on the community, it actually energizes me and it makes me continuously think, what else can we do better? So making a difference is a very deep thing within our community. And it doesn't always have to be very big. It can start from something small. If today I talk to someone and this person knows a little bit more about Web3, for example, or have understand a bit more, then I don't waste their time, right? And there's a knowledge sharing there. So making a difference is second core value that we have. The third one, as I mentioned over and over again, is communicate, communicate, communicate. The fourth one is freedom, freedom to express. Because a lot of people, I think, I grew up from that stage where sometimes it's difficult to express, especially from Southeast Asian, right? And we are not allowed to express ourselves, and sometimes we are not comfortable being ourselves. We are afraid to be judged. So the first thing of to happiness is the freedom to be ourselves, and that's where WGG would like to be, right? Would want to enable all the community members to be able to be yourself. That will ultimately lead you to financial freedom. Because only when you're yourself, you can be the best version. And the last one is boundless excellence. So you ask us, how do we manage those difficulties? Is by holding on to the core values of wanting to create impact, wanting to be better every day. And how do we do it? Through the communications and through all the other values that we have, right? And we have those goals and visions in place. That's what keep each and every one of us going. Because I can tell you all the cherry, rosy, pinky, happy thingy. Sophia could be there with a very flamboyant Minnie Mouse hat. Very happy and all. But there's a lot of hard work that's put behind it. Sophia, before she gets on this call, she has difficulties on catching the two of us because we are like on the loose, for example, right? She was very strong. But for the community, she'll put on the greatest smile because she wants to infect everyone with happiness and the amazing positive energy that she has. And that's how we do this day by day. The market change all the time, right? And humans change all the time. But regardless of what's outside, what we can control is our inside. And what we can control is what's within our team. And that's what keeps us going, really.
Yes, very nice, Irene. Yeah. Yeah, we always like keep the front and yeah, very happy. But you know, in the back, oh my God, you don't want to know that. Yeah, we work hard. We work very hard for the community. Yeah.
You don't want to know what's behind my laptop now.
I think I also like to add onto that point. I think it was a good question because a lot of projects actually do they don't fulfill what they originally set out to fulfill, right? The industry that we operate in is a fast-moving industry. Things can change in an instant, right? And then we have to adapt, and that's what we're doing right now. Because of the fact that GameFi has, it still has potential, but in this iteration right now in the bear market, it's a difficult time. And I see people ask also why it's taken this long for us to pivot. It's because things take time to plan out, right? And especially with rebranding and a restructure and refocus, these things took a long time. And also we looked at what we wanted to do, right? And the community will always be first and foremost in what we want to do. And just to let you know, I can't guarantee, right? I can't guarantee and say 100% that we will always meet whatever we say that we want to build, but it's not through lack of trying. We will always try to do that. So in terms of white paper and roadmap, these things are still being finalized as we speak. So we will be releasing a more updated white paper in the near future, as well as a roadmap within, I think by Q4 we would have something out on the website. So what I can say is that we have a roadmap, we have features and tools which we're trying to build, and we're trying to bring everything together. I think what's also important to note is what other people are doing is they're also doing the same thing. Everyone is still trying to find and navigate around this difficult space. And I think that what we have as an advantage over others is our grassroots presence in different countries. We understand the community, we have people on the ground, and we're willing to put in the work of going to different villages, going to different areas, educating people, and doing that work which no one wants to do, right? We're still going to be there. And I think that's an important thing to highlight.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chen. All right. Oh my God. There are still so many more.
I'm glad. I'm glad the community is engaged. I'm glad the community. I mean, really, I'm thankful. I'm really, really thankful for a lot of community members because, a lot of times during when we were looking into the planning stage, right? We received quite a lot of messages from the community. You know who you are, especially those from Indonesia. Sorry, I'm Indonesian. Really appreciate the feedback and all the encouragement. That everyone is ready. Like they're just come to this city. We're ready to host events, and we want to do this. So really appreciate those because that's what keep us going, and that's what inspire us every day. Yeah.
Yes, very nice. Excellent. Yeah, love the energy. Yeah, we will still gonna pick more from Discord. Yeah, you can still submit the questions. Okay, last from the platform. After the rebranding of VGGC or of YGGC to VGG, will we expect major changes in their vision compared to YGGC's code? If yes, what are those changes? Also, will ICO for VGG would be available someday, nearly the bull run maybe? Yeah, this is from Lexus, submitted on the platform.
That's a very specific question, Lexus. I can see your dream is fixated. You want to get that Lexus soon. So yes, you got it right that the IDO is gonna happen, but we're gonna take the time to make sure that we have done the right thing, right? Because the tokens that we want to launch, we do not want to only ride on the bull market, and we want it to be a token that's sustainable, a token that's gonna be used within our platform. So that's gonna be the highlight of Q4 or Q1 next year. Right now, for the next 3 months, the highlight will be the campaigns on the rebrand. So we'd be very happy if all the committee members could help us to popularize a couple of things. One is this is YGG. And how do we read? It's not W3, but it's YGG because we are together, right? So that everybody is aware of who we are and drive traffic into the platform so that they could be updated. Like I see some committee members, they miss out on the Manila event. So we will be hosting a lot more events. Make sure you don't miss out. The only way is very simple. Make sure that you get on YGG.io and get as many people as possible, your friends, your families, to be onboarded so that nobody is missing out. Because there will not only be games, but there will also be other things that will be within the platform, and we don't want you to miss it.
Yes, of course. All right. Okay. Here is some question from Discord that got into Shin's eye. Okay, first one from oh no, we already answered that from Railgun, yeah, earlier.
Yeah, I think the second part of the question we still haven't answered actually. So
Oh my
you
God, we really love that question. He doesn't want to let it go, so it
Yeah,
must be
I
a very
know.
I just want to make the community aware, that
Yeah.
we're honest, we're open to communicate. I want to let them know what's happening.
Yeah, let me read the question again so everybody can hear it. Okay, he was asking that to what extent does the restructure core leadership team as part of the rebranding process of YGG encompass diversity that reflects the entirety of Southeast Asia and how sorry and how equipped is the team to stay informed about the latest developments and navigate the competitive landscape with the crypto industry? Yeah, she already answered the first part, and now the next part of the question.
Yeah, thanks, Sophia. So how do we stay equipped to ensure that we're informed of the latest developments? So we have a very good treasury team right now in YGG with great advisors as well. So in terms of macroeconomic events, crypto events, we're very, very, very tuned in to what's happening in the market right now. We watch the markets almost daily, actually daily. And in terms of what we look for, I mean, we're constantly looking and researching into different token projects, into different new Web3 different projects and infrastructure projects. And don't forget, we have IVC, Infinity Ventures Crypto, as our seed investor, who are also based in Taiwan, and also YGG as our seed investor. So think about the information flow between our seed investor and us. We are very close relationship between these guys. They're constantly feeding us information. We're meeting with them frequently. Not only that, we have investors such as Animoca, Hashed and like Jump Capital. These are big names in crypto as well. So they're always introducing us to new projects, letting us know what's happening in the market if we are unaware. So these chats, these conversations are constantly going on Telegram. You don't understand. I have 1,000 chats on Telegram, so I cannot rest. Like crypto is 24/7. So whenever something pops up, I always have to be alert to read it. It gives me anxiety, I'm not gonna lie. But that's the space that we operate in. So it's 24/7. We have to constantly be kept up to date in terms of macro news, crypto news, and also what's new on the market. We're also in tune in terms of research reports, and different crypto reports that when they come out, we're always reading them as well. So we follow trends very closely, and yeah, I think that we have a great team in place to basically stay on top of trends and stay on track and basically plan for what's coming next.
Yeah, if anyone out there is asking whether Chin sleeps or not, we do sleep. All right.
Barely.
Then the time when Chin actually sleeps, I send someone to knock on his door to wake him up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a true story, and that happened. But
yeah. That,
keep each other awake.
yeah, that happened on the weekend. I was entitled to sleep in, but crypto had other ideas. That was when the USDC depegged, so we had to spring to action and basically make sure that we protect ourselves. Yeah, but that just shows how far we're willing to go in order to get things done at WGG.
Yeah, and that's on the Web3 side, right? On the Web2 sides, we're also constantly monitoring what's going on in the market because in the market meaning not only macroeconomy, that one will be covered under treasury, but also what's going on in the game development side. So in the game development side, for example, when Epic launches the announces the community creator program, we're also there at GDC to watch it happen, and we maintain very close relationships with all the game developer associations throughout Southeast Asia and beyond, and also a whole bunch of game developers within the region and beyond. Also have a very good relationship with major game publishing network. So we keep ourselves in tune of what's happening in the game side. With the community side, we are not only looking into the games and esports guys, but we also look at other communities that might benefit from the blockchain community. For example, in Malaysia, we are in constant talks to the Rohingya community to see how we could help them, to empower them while they stay there. If for those who do not know who Rohingya is, they are refugees who have fled their country and now are in several countries. So imagine if you're a refugee, there's no way for you to open bank accounts. So we are in touch not only to the market on the financial perspective, but also social aspects and things that are very close to our life. Yeah. So that's why it keeps us awake, but it keeps us alive as well. Because looking at all the potential impacts that we could put together, it's huge. And we're not saying that we are the best. We do our best, and let God decide the rest.
Yes, of course, exactly. We always stay awake. Yeah. It's like we just like never sleep. I'm not sure how we survive. Okay. Next from Discord from Kieran. Okay. He's asking that. Back then, Axie Infinity was the main game on which YGC constantly concentrated. So, will another NFT game take Axie Infinity's place as the primary NFT game on YGG?
I think I want to address this, right. Axie Infinity is the first game that come out from the GameFi space, right? Or the one that reached the peak of popularity. Is it gonna be replaced? That position will never be replaced, in my personal opinion. But will there be more games that come out? I'm excited that there will be a lot of games that will be coming out, and we've seen it behind the screen, even though they are not launched yet. Axie Infinity is a genre of games, right? It's a card games that certain people love playing, but there are a whole suite of games that will be out. Will it be better than Axie Infinity? If it's a different genre, right, then it's not a fair apple to apple comparison. If it's a similar genre, we all know that Axie is also developing their gameplay as well. So I can't say much because different people have different types. For example, you can't ask Sophia to choose which guy is the most handsome ultimately in the whole world, because Sophia has her own type. And games works in a similar manner. For us in YGG.io, we present as much, we share as much games as possible that we can get our hands onto our community, so our communities can play the games, can enjoy playing the games. And if those involves NFTs that needs to be purchased, if you're a content creator, you're a scholar, well, you could create content by having those NFTs on hand, right? So that's what we strive to do. I don't think it's right for us to pick sides when it comes to games. Of course, I have my personal best, but putting on my role in WeGG, I think I don't want to get into trouble with any of our game partners.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let me add on that a little bit. Uh, as of now, yeah, Axie was the first game that's like kicking the market, like booming and pumping. Yes, and of course there are going to be more games in the future. Right now, we are in the really really early stage of Game 5. We are in like the snake game on No Gear 3310, yeah, or the early Web 2 games like Angry Birds, yeah, stuff like that. We are still early, and those games, the good games, they take time to develop the game that to be good at graphic, the story, the mechanics. Yeah, it takes like so long. Yeah, for example, like GTA. Yeah, it takes like 5 years, 10 years to make it like that huge. So you just like need to stay tuned. Everything is moving fast in the space, but of course there are going to be like new games in the future. And for those who still love to play Axie, we are going to have a big tournament in Thailand, the offline tournament that we have qualifies for 4 rounds around the world. Is going to be in Thailand on the 24th and 25th, which is going to be Axie World Battle. If you guys are in near Thailand or in Bangkok, yeah, please do join us. WeGG also one of the co-hosts of the event. Yeah, you can meet me, Sophia. You can meet VGG Thailand team and also Sky Mavis team and also Axie's sister is gonna be there too. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, are
man.
you coming?
Whenever Sophia goes, that's where all the trails of fans club is gonna follow her around.
No, I might not be that outstanding because Axie's sister is gonna be there. Yeah, the
Oh,
very first crypto idol. Yeah,
Really?
are you guys coming?
well, community members, if you want to prove Sophia wrong, you might just want to go there just to prove her wrong. I'll do that.
Okay. Um, we still have like three more questions. Okay. Next one is from Grams from Discord. Okay, the question is, as a Web3 gaming community, I believe the topmost priority should also be to attract non-Web3 gamers like Web2, for example. What is your plan to attract the non-crypto gamers to become VGG scholars as well?
Oh, we've done that from day one. And we continue to do that from day one. In November 1st, 2021, that's when we started doing it. How do we do this? So we'll go into tap into universities, for example, or schools, and share with the universities and tell them, you know what we do. First time in 2021, a lot of universities slammed their door at us, right, and rejected us because it's gaming and it's blockchain. But now, fast forward to 2022, 2023, a lot of universities are now very open to welcome us. And so that's one way of us doing it. Second thing is that there are a lot of gamers out there. In 2021, same thing. I mean, my game developer friends label me as traitor for coming to Web3, but right now a lot of people more open. In same manner, a lot of gamers are more open to Web3 games, and a lot of people are trying it out. So we tap into these communities as well. Lastly, the communities that are very close to my heart are the marginal communities. The one that I mentioned, for example, the Rohingya community, or in Indonesia, we do tap into the homeless community, the orphanage, and the street children's schools. Now, if you ask me whether or not they have phones, they do have phones. Why? I don't know, but they do. So in a lot of places in Southeast Asia, if you're Southeast Asian, I'm sure that you're used to it, right? You'll see a house that's made of a cardboard or made of a wood, and you'll see a TV antenna, which means one thing: they'll have TVs because that's a source of entertainment, and it goes back to the thesis that playing is a birthright of every single being, a single human being, regardless of where you are, what your status is. You are entitled to play. And they do have phones, and we feel that having a phones, it's a gateway for them to the world, right? With Web 2 and with Google, it's a window for them to go to the knowledge. With Web 3, it's a window for them to go into infinite possibilities, and we want to be there to introduce it to them. So we've done it from November 1st, 2021, and we'll continue to do so. Previously, we did it manually, right, through our cohorts of community leaders and buddies. And we'll continue to do that right now, but in a more systematic manner through a platform called as YGG.io.
Yeah, thank you, Irene. Do you want to add anything on that, Shin?
I think the only thing I would add is that Southeast Asia has one of the fastest growing crypto adoption rates in the world. Faster than China, faster than Japan, faster than South Korea. So we're confident that with us targeting first the students, working with universities across the different Southeast Asian countries, that we're basically preparing the next generation for the entering into the Web3 space. So that's why that demographic is particularly important to us. And again, with regards to the marginalized community, like the Rohingya community, these people are, they don't have certain IDs, and, we're able to get them a wallet. We're able to let them understand what the blockchain is about and fulfill our purpose of improving their lives and letting them enter this space. So I think that there's huge potential across Southeast Asia, and by targeting certain demographics and expanding our presence across those countries that we operate in, and working and partnering with different educational courses, universities, etc. That's how we're going to start making noises in those countries and grow the non-crypto native and convert them into Web3 users.
Right. Thank you so much, Shin. Okay, we got this question from YouTube. Do you plan on burn token in the future to reduce the token? Staking is a great way to hold investor and rewards user. Does your project support staking?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. We are currently redesigning our tokenomics. Previously, I can tell you that obviously with the change in narrative around GameFi and guilds, we had to really look at whether our previous white paper is still valid in this current market, and we want to create genuine utility around the token. Irene's already alluded to the fact that we want to ensure that there's some sort of integration with our platform and interaction, and also engagement from the community, and some stickiness, right? We want to make sure that this token is desired by a lot of people. And with regards to burning, yes, we will ensure that there is some sort of burn mechanism. You cannot not have burning, otherwise your token becomes inflationary, right? So these things we're considering as well. And staking, yes, we will have staking, but it wouldn't be the staking which kind of a lot of other projects have currently used. So I know a lot of projects just want you to stake to lock in your, prevent selling pressure. Yes, that is one thing that we want to do, but also we want to ensure that there is there are rewards for users to do so, and to provide certain incentives for token holders to do so. So, in summary, yes, there will be staking, and yes, there will also be burning of the token as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shin. Okay, that one from YouTube, App Take Earning. If you are still watching us, please contact me on Discord. Yeah, because you just won $10. All right. One last question. How about we have Irene picked one from Discord right now? Yeah, at the event chat.
Thanks for that, Soph. Hang on. Let me see. No one is asking questions. Come on, guys. Okay, I don't
You have to scroll up. I chose all the good ones.
I know.
Event chat. Yeah.
I'm just um. Will we have? Oh my God! I really don't want to spill this, but I feel like spilling it. Chin, can I talk about the ambassador?
Yeah, sure, Irene. You've been pushing for this for a long time. Go on.
So, General X was asking, will we have an ambassador program? And I like it that he asked it by using we, because it means that he or she is a part of YGG already.
I love
So
it. Yeah.
will we have an ambassador program for the community now that we have rebranded and are pushing to become a bigger gaming community? The without revealing too much, the short answer to that is yes. What sort of ambassadorship is gonna be? Our communities have been giving us a lot of feedback on what sort of ambassadorship that they want to have. And us as a gaming community, of course, gaming ambassadorship is something that we look at. But I think the first one that we'll be launching will be student ambassadorship program. So stay tuned for that. More details will come. And which university are we going to go to first? So this is where I want to rally the power community. If wherever you are in Southeast Asia, if you want your campus to be a part of a YGG family network, right? DM Sophia. Sophia can speak in Thai and can share with you guys what the student ambassador program is for. Kalau kalian semua ada di Indonesia dan ada kampus kalian atau sekolah yang mau masukin ke dalam WGG, silakan hubungin ke community leadersnya, kan ada banyak ya, Felix, Handri, Anna, Dini, Yansen, dan kawan-kawan. Silakan hubungin aja supaya kita bisa kontak langsung ke universitasnya. Same thing, I can't speak other languages, so 2 language should be enough lah ya. And that would be very helpful. So what I'm trying to say is ambassadorship program is there. Which one we're going to go to first? We'll let the community speak, and we'll go to that one.
Sure, yeah, thank you. God, okay, let me rally in Thai a bit. เนี่ยก็เมื่อกี้นะคะไอรินก็คือพูดถึงว่าเราน่าจะมีโปรแกรมที่ชื่อว่า Student Ambassador เนาะซึ่งก็จะแบบเป็นการแบบไปทำอะไรสักอย่างกับมหาลัยต่างๆนะคะก็เดี๋ยวรอติดตามกันนะคะว่าเราจะไปมหาลัยไหนที่แรกที่ประเทศไทยนะคะChin, do you want to do that in Chinese?
No, don't put me on the spot. Don't put me on the spot.
All right. Okay, I think that's it. Let me remind you guys of our upcoming events, which is going to be in Jakarta and in Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, please do meet us if you are in the town, and let's have fun together and get connected offline too. And also, next month, do we have anything? Oh, Irene is going to Kyoto at the end of the month as well if you are in Kyoto. So please do go to the event, IBS event, right?
Yes, and we'll
Yep.
also be attending one of the, because we are exploring a partnership. I mean, we're going to partner up with Bali Blockchain Week. So there'll be an event in Bali Blockchain Week that's in Blockto. So we'll most likely go there to check it out. So if you guys are staying in Bali, just stay tuned, because we'll be there. And there are more events that I can't spill right now because there's so many, and my calendar I have a very bad sense of calendar. I don't even know this is June or July. So I'll before anyone kill me in the process of spilling this, I'll let the team, share the updates as and when it's ready to be shared.
Yes, yes. You guys just stay tuned on Discord and on our social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Telegram. I'm sure that you're gonna get all the updates from us. And also, thanks a lot, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been very warm today. Yeah, love all the energy on Discord. Oh my God, so much love. Yeah, sorry, Irene, we don't have hearts.
It's all right. It's all
I,
right. The community
no, I
members.
think, yeah, the questions have been great, and really engaging. So really happy to, jump on my first Discord AMA with you guys, and hope there's many more to come in the future.
Yes, and I know that the because of language limitations, right? We all speak mostly in English. So I see some of you guys are from different countries. So guys, please help to translate to your peers. And I know that the Thai community are usually very shy. You guys are gonna go into the Thai community site and gonna talk. And same thing as so, and same thing as Malaysia, same thing as Vietnamese as well. We're a whole bunch of very shy people. I get that. So if you could help us, please help to share the content of the AMA in the local languages to them so that they are also updated in the respective languages. Thank you so much for being here with us, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thank you,
Remember,
thank
hand
you.
sign.
Hansai.
All right, thank you, guys.
Alright. Bye. Okay, have a good night,
Bye.
everyone. See you next
Have a good night.
time.
See you. Bye.